You can't put a price on the kind of wisdom, life experience, and thoughtful insight at the core of every episode of The Ron Van Dam Show, which partly explains why you get it for free. The other part might be that you're a cheap bastard not willing to cough up a couple of bucks to be entertained. But let's not go there. Benefit of the doubt. You are listening to The Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Oh, I appreciate the standing ovation. Not necessary, but thank you. Sit down. No, you don't have to stand. Oh, you're leaving? Oh, I thought you were. I thought it was a standing ovation. Well, anyway, for those of you that are left, this is the Ron Van Dam Show. I'm just one of those people. Thanks for being here. I'm going to entertain you for the next 30 minutes. After that, you're on your own. You are looking especially good today. Oh my God, did you pluck your eyebrows? Very nice. Nice job. You missed a spot right there. No, a little higher. Yeah, there. It's annoying me. Oh, yeah. What is this, the middle of January or something? What the hell's up with that? Where did the beginning of January go? Did I fall asleep? Is this like a Rumpelstiltskin kind of thing? I don't know if this generation knows what Rumpelstiltskin is or was, or I don't think they're aware. I'm not going to be the one to explain it. I don't have time for that. All right, we get it. He has a theme. Jason Shaw is the composer and performer of our theme, closing theme, and that kind of stuff. Jason Shaw, ladies and gentlemen. John Shanahan is your announcer, comedy writer, does many of the comedy bits on this show. Couldn't do it without him. John Shanahan, ladies and gentlemen. Nicole Reed is a producer of this program. She produces it. It's been produced by her. She books many of the national interviews, gets some guests, does some stuff, fixes her hair every once in a while. Nicole Reed. Julie Cochran does some voiceover work for us. Julie Cochran, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's enough. That's enough giving credit to people. I'm going to start naming my doctors. I don't think they want to be involved in this. I really don't. My doctors. I've got my physical coming up at the end of February. I just want to remind you to get one yourself. Once a year, no matter what age you are, you should be seeing your doctor. And if you don't have a doctor, then make one up. But that should be an annual thing. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how good you feel. I don't care how healthy you think you are. I don't care. You need to see a doctor once a year and get a blood test. Yeah, you need to. You need to be checked out by a doctor. How are these people supposed to live? If you're not going to go to a doctor, how are they supposed to put their kids through college? I had a dentist who made that joke once. It put me off on dentists. I'm sure they're fine people. I read somewhere that dentists have the highest suicide rate. Whoa, I got to change dentists. Wow. I don't know why. Is it something about going into somebody's mouth on a daily basis that probably just doesn't make you want to live any longer? I don't understand that. I don't think I've met a dentist that seemed extremely depressed to me. They always seem so chipper, like they've got great teeth and you don't. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, my dentist, this was like a couple of decades ago. and I'm only 20 years old, so this is kind of amazing. My dentist actually is so chipper and just so, my dentist isn't friendly, just kind of fatherly. You know, like you really should be flossing. You really should be brushing 20 times a day. You really should be getting your teeth checked every 10 minutes. You really should give me more money. You really should, you know, just telling me what to do. You know, when you walk into a room, you should really close the door behind you. You know, you really shouldn't run with scissors. Okay, doctor, dentist. Very, very, very put-downish. One of the reasons I had to go to the dentist was I didn't want to be chastised. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to be chastised. So the oral hygienist does all the work and does the teeth thing, puts the traffic cones in my mouth and the police tape and starts drilling, starts going in there and with the various tools of destruction and torture, and starts just working on my teeth like I'm some kind of a broken down highway or something. And then the dentist comes in when all the work's been done and says, well, we're going to take some x-rays here. And by the way, are you flossing? What's wrong with you? You're an idiot. They just put you down. They just put you down tooth-wise. So why do they have such a high suicide rate? I don't know. They should, their egos are through the roof, so I don't understand the problem. And I'm generalizing and I'm making fun of them, so please don't take it personally if you're a dentist. I mean, you perform a very worthwhile service. So my dentist, he came into the room and he looked at me and he said, "How are you doing?" And I said, at that point I'm getting used to not being able to talk. And the dentist looks at me and says, well, it's good to see you again. And remember, come in for checkups on a regular basis. How else am I supposed to put my kids through college? And he meant it as a joke, but it wasn't a joke. It's true. How else is he supposed to put his kids through college? My teeth are his ticket to his children's future. I know it's a far stretch, but basically that's what's happening here. And whenever the dentist used to say to me, we really should refill that filling again, the fillings don't last forever. Oh, I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing. So I never really trusted them. But anyway, maybe that's why they commit suicide. I really don't have any idea. I mean, I've never heard a dentist in public say, oh, God, I want to kill myself. I'm a dentist. It doesn't work like that. I've never heard that before. Anyway, so I'm going for my annual checkup at the end of February. And it's the same kind of thing. I feel like, all right, I have some time now to lose some weight so that when I go to the doctor's office, the doctor doesn't say, "Oh, you put some weight on, huh? You're letting yourself go." No, I want the doctor to be proud of me. That's my goal. That's the reason for being. It's the reason for living, to make my doctor proud of me. Oh, I see you lost some weight. Good job, Ron. I feel like a little puppy dog. Good job. Here's a biscuit. And your numbers are good. Your blood pressure you've got things under very good job. You did a good job, Ronnie. You did a good job. I always thought it was unfair to get a physical in a doctor's office because they ask me to take my clothes off, but they stay fully dressed. And I find that to be uncomfortable for me. They should feel uncomfortable. Look, there's a naked person in front of me, and I'm fully clothed. This doesn't feel right. I don't think it does either. I believe that if you're a doctor and you're performing a physical and you ask your patient to take their clothes off, you should take yours off too. It would make the patient feel a lot more comfortable. And then they give you that Johnny. And I apologize to anybody named John. I don't know why they named that thing after you. I mean, do you wear clothes where it's open in the back? Do you put your shirt on backwards? Why are they calling it a Johnny? Well, it's something Johnny would do. What do you mean? I shouldn't put this on? No, I want the opening in the back. It's like putting on a shirt backwards. And we're going to call it a Johnny because you know what Johnny does. Wow, that's kind of insulting, isn't it? It's like calling somebody Karen. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are named Karen, perfectly nice people, but then this phrase comes along where Karen is like a negative thing, and all of a sudden, now you got the name Karen. Like, well, no, what am I supposed to do now? And what is this? What is this thing like going to the John? I know John. I'm good friends with a John. He doesn't remind me of a bathroom at all. What's up with that? Where did that come from? Now, I could Google that to answer that, but as you know, if you listen to this show, I refuse to Google. I'll Google when I damn want to Google, but I ain't going to Google for a show. I mean, that's just too much. That's just too much anticipation for an answer, because I don't really care. But it is called a John, and I don't understand why. I call it a Bob, personally. Ron, you're very fidgety. Yeah, I know. I haven't been to the Bob since yesterday, and I gotta go to the Bob. I don't understand this stuff. I really don't. Anyway, so I have a doctor's appointment in about a month, end of February. Yeah, I scheduled it for February 29th, and I realized, well, that date doesn't exist this particular year, so I got out of that one. It's February 28th is my doctor's appointment. They got me just at the end of February. So I've scheduled when I have to start losing weight. I'm doing that about 3 weeks before the physical because I can't lose weight and then just say, okay, I'm all set, because there's too much time involved before the actual appointment. So I have to time it so that I start losing weight around that time. I do that, and I eat healthy, vegetables, lean meat if I'm going to even do the meat. Stay away from the pastas, the sugars, the high carbs, and all that crap. So I know, and I know exactly when to start doing that. Yeah, I know all the tricks. They're not tricks. They're not tricks because the actual, the benefit is when I go to the doctor's office, if I am eating properly and I have lost weight, then I've done something for myself. But I've also made the doctor so proud of me. My doctor's a female, and I did that by choice. No, not for the physical, because you take your clothes off, because she does not. I do it because, and I don't want to be sexist here, but I've got to say, women seem more nurturing. And when my health is involved, and how I feel, I want a nurturer. I don't want some guy, I'm not being sexist again, I've had male doctors, some very, very nice men. But women doctors, they care more. They're more motherly. Men don't have children. Men don't know. Men, it's not their fault. They don't bear children. It's not their fault that they can't do it. Women do, and I think that is a natural hormonal thing through their entire lives that they are more nurturing. And I want a nurturer to take care of me. Not all the time, basically not at all. But when it comes to my health, nurture away. Go for your highest nurturing points. I like it. So I'm happy with that. Female doctors are wonderful. Male doctors are too, but I lean toward the female. Always have. Always have. The only uncomfortable thing about the female thing is the, when they put on the rubber finger. You know what I'm saying? The glove, the latex glove, and then they say bend over. Drop your pants and bend over. Which is something that I think I would rather a woman say that to me than a man. Call me crazy, call me stupid, but I just feel better that way. But it's a little uncomfortable to have a woman put a latex glove on and then take her finger and put it where no man has been before. Yeah. It's like another galaxy in there. She never finds anything except, my car keys from 1927. I'm not that old, actually. And I think she found Jesus once. There's a lot of stuff in there, and I'm not familiar with it. But it was when she does that little exam, it's almost like a magic act. She puts on the glove, sticks her finger in there, takes her hand out, and says to me, "Is this your card?" It's like a magic trick, Like, well, how did you do that? I'm very good at magic, especially in your rear end. That's incredible. Good job. Good job. So there you go, man. That's happening to me, and it should happen to you. And on this show, we talk to a lot of doctors from all different backgrounds, and they always say, annual, baby, annual, every year. I don't care who you are, how old you are. I don't care. I don't care your health, anything. See a doctor at least once a year. And when you get to a certain age, twice a year. That second appointment is called a follow-up. It's the follow-up. Very creative in their appointment naming, right? Or is physical. And we'll see you again in 6 months. For what? Well, for the follow-up. Was it follow-up? Was it candlelight visual? What do you vigil? Visual. Candlelight visual. A candlelight vigil. It's the follow-up. What does that mean? I don't know. It's a follow-up. What are you following up? This? What happened here? Nothing really. Well, why are we doing a follow-up? Because we do. That's what we do. You have insurance, right? Yes, we do. Then you're doing a follow-up. Use your insurance. Let's do a follow-up. Let's do 2 follow-ups. All right, fine. Let's do 2 follow-ups. What are we going to do at the follow-up? I don't know. I'll ask you how you're doing. You say, fine. I go, okay, bye. And then we get like $200 for that, $300 sometimes. It's follow-up. That's follow-up. I should do a follow-up too. I should do a follow-up. CVS does a follow-up. CVS pisses me off. And great store, great people. There's more CVSs than there are anything, basically. Well, maybe there's more donut shops, but still, a lot of CVSs all over the place. So they're doing very, very well. But the reason they're doing well is that's where you get your prescriptions filled. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't go near that place. You would not go near. I want to get a bottle of aspirin. All right. Look, it's $300 at CVS, where anywhere else, it's just $5. CVS, you know what CVS stands for? No, be nice. Seriously, it's Consumer Value Stores. Oh, I can't think of anything that was more incorrectly named. There's no value anywhere in there. I'll tell you a funny story, but it's not that funny. I'm of an age where every once in a while, not all the time, but every once in a while, I do the Viagra thing. There are other benefits to the little Viagra thing, but sometimes, it's, nice days. So insurance used to pay for that. Insurance doesn't pay for that anymore because it is not due to a medical condition, really. It's just for your cosmetic pleasure. So, not a large prescription, just like to have it around, you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. Yeah, okay. So they don't cover it anymore. So I go to CVS and I say, "Oh, their insurance is not covering this," and they say, "No." And I said, "Well, how much is this prescription?" And they said, and I don't know the exact amount, but it was well over $100. It was like $150, something like that, $180. And so I called other place. I called Costco. $22. I think it was only $18 to be honest with you, but that's the generic, which is all they really give you at the pharmacy is at CVS as well. You can get this online now for I think $1 a pill is what they're charging online. You don't need a prescription anymore for this. But there's no question that CVS was without hands down the highest cost imaginable. And if you don't have insurance, you just cannot afford this crap. And that's just the way it is. But nobody should be going to CVS just to buy their supplies because the cost is insane. Now, I don't think I'm saying anything that CVS would not admit to. As a matter of fact, I will tell you another story. I had a cold recently, and you might be able to hear it still in my voice. And I take a little cold pill over the counter, not a big deal. I go into CVS figuring, well, this is they are the king of the over-the-counter pharmacy stuff, like cold pills, fine. I go on the shelf and I see the brand. It's Coricidin or Coricidin. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I really don't care. And it was going for $12. Actually, I think it was $14, to be honest with you, for a certain amount of these little over-the-counter pills. Then I went next door to the CVS, and there's a supermarket. And the supermarket, is usually kind of high priced. It was not a bargain supermarket, pretty high priced. And I walk in there, I bought them, by the way, I bought them from CVS. I bought the pills from CVS, figuring, well, all right, that's the cost of cold pills, $14 for a little box of that stuff. I go in the supermarket, and I look at, they have an aisle where they have some over-the-counter cold pill stuff. Same brand. Same number of pills in the box. $7. What? Half the cost of the CVS. None of them were on sale or off sale. It was the price that they sell for. Then out of curiosity, I started looking around. There's no freaking $14 for a box of this stuff, except for at CVS. Everybody else, far less. So I went back to the CVS. I bought the box from the supermarket. Now I had two boxes of it, one of them costing $14, one of them $7. Same box, same amount of pills, same brand, same everything. I went to CVS, and I said to the lady behind the counter, I'd like to return these. I just bought them 10 minutes ago. And she said, is anything wrong with them? And I said, no. And I seriously said this. I said, but there's something wrong with your pricing. And she says to me, what do you mean? I said, I just went next door to the supermarket, $7. So this is outlandish, so I want to return these. And she looked at me, kind of nodded her head, and did the credit transaction. I took the pills back, gave me the refund, along with the Dead Sea Scrolls of all these things that are priced too high, and even when they're on sale, they're still priced too high, that kind of thing. But believe me, the look that she was giving me was like, I totally understand what you're saying, sir. I totally understand. So they know. They know. They know. It's a store that's working off the fact that you get your prescriptions there. And so we'll charge as much as we want for everything else. And even the prescriptions are outlandishly priced high, but your insurance covers that. That's what pisses me off. I don't want to be sued by CVS or anything like that. I'm just telling you what actually happened and my opinion on it. You may love it. Continue going there. I don't care. Everybody will always go to CVS. It's too big to say otherwise. But that's all. That's all. That's all. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. Okay, I have a guest coming up momentarily. I think it's time to get away from it all. Don't you think so? I do too. And the way to do that is to, go to an island paradise. Yeah, let's do that. But before we do, let's do this.
Have you been injured in an auto accident or on the job? Do you want to make sure that you get the best possible settlement when you go to court? Then you need to call me, Attorney Jack Barnes, from the law offices of Barnes & Barnes. For over 10 years, I've been getting my clients the best possible settlements, and often more than they actually deserve, based solely on the sound of my voice. Judges and juries want to get me out of the courtroom as fast as possible. That's why they're ready to settle when they're dealing with Jack Barnes from the law offices of Barnes & Barnes. Call today for a free consultation. 1-800-257-2525. That's 1-800-257-2525. Call today. You can't lose with Jack Barnes.
Kelly Fontennelle joins us now. She's CEO of St. Kitts Tourism Authority. Thanks for being with us, Kelly.
Thank you for having me here.
I understand that you are actually in St. Kitts.
In the beautiful St. Kitts where it's very warm.
Wow. Okay. It's not where I am, so now I want to be in St. Kitts. Do you want to switch places?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You're very accommodating. Tell me about St. Kitts. Where is that located? I am not familiar.
Oh, St. Kitts is part of a federation, St. Kitts and Nevis, and we are we're in the Southern Caribbean, we're close to St. Martin, Sable, St. Eustatia. Any of those familiar?
Yes, absolutely. No? Yes. Those are
okay,
all the places I want to go to.
So we are approximately 3-hour flight from Miami.
Oh, that's all? Oh, that's great. Okay. Tell me now, St. Kitts sounds beautiful. I can imagine there's incredible beaches and beauty all over the place. Tell me about the history of St. Kitts.
St. Kitts history. St. Kitts has so much history. One of the first islands in the Caribbean to be colonized by the French and the British. Mm-hmm. So there's lots and lots of history on the island. We have the oldest rum distillery on the island. St. Kitts used to be big on sugar. We call Sugar City because mm-hmm. we produce most of the sugar for the Caribbean. But we are part of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and the island is a mountainous island. We're known for our adventure on the island. We have one of the oldest forts in the Northern Hemisphere, that's Brimstone Hill. So there's a lot of history on the island.
That's beautiful. I understand that if you're adventurous, this is also the place to go. You have zip lining, extreme hiking, scuba diving. I mean, you can really keep busy there, I guess.
Very much so. We were named for 3 years in a row the Caribbean's best dive destination. So our underwater world is just magnificent. And when it comes to the land portion, as you said, there's lots to do. You could do lots of trails. We have a volcano. You could a dormant volcano.
Yes, that's good.
That you could trek. So there is a lot. There is so much to do on the island. So we had a campaign a couple of years ago that asked you to venture deeper because we want our visitors to visit the island and get to know the people, go out to the local communities, do some of the attractions on the island. We have one of the only working trains in the Caribbean, and again, that came from our sugar history when the train took the cane to different villages. So you can actually see the island via the train as well while you're on the island.
Wow. Now, what if people are like me, where I'm past the activities, I just want to relax, look at the culture, have some great food? Is that available to me?
Oh, of course, yes. So another thing you could do here is just nothing. You could lay on the beach. The nice thing about St. Kitts when it comes to the beach, we have different color sand. As I said, we are volcanic island. So we have the black sand, the brown sand, and you could just lay on the beach on one of the spas, either at the hotels or independently. Another thing about St. Kitts is our culinary. The food here is just amazing. We have lobster all year round. So if you're into seafood, St. Kitts is the place to be. And most of our local food has a lot of history. So some of our local food, we have cook-up. Cook-up is a mixture of rice and different type of meats, whichever you fancy. This is very popular on a Saturday especially. We also have the goat water, and that all goes back to our history, our local food. But we have some amazing restaurants on the island. Standalone restaurants and also attached to resorts that you can venture out and enjoy.
Great. So is it good for singles, people traveling alone, but also for romantic couples?
It's for everyone, for the single market, solo travel, it's easy. St. Kitts is one of the safest islands, so you could go out and do a lot as a single traveler.
Nice.
The romance market is amazing. St. Kitts, St. Kitts is the new love language, so we want people who are, in love or want to be in love, visit St. Kitts to find a new love language. Family, we have resorts that target the family, so family market is also great, and also corporate events as well. So it's for every single type of person who would like to visit.
Okay. Can I find various travel deals to St. Kitts?
Yes, you can. Actually, we have a romance campaign going on, so find a partner, borrow one. But we have some amazing romance deal going on right now. So that's a deal. We also have some special. We have there's a lot to do in the summer. And we have lots of activities. So coming up, we have Restaurant Week that goes back to our food. We have the Music Festival, which was just announced a couple of weeks ago. That's in June. And we also have a wellness campaign because the island is really big on retreats and wellness as well. So we have that going for us. So there's a lot to do on the island.
Yeah, sounds like you got everything there. My God. Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Perfect time to get away for everybody. Where do we go to get more information, get the whole rundown and places to stay and all that?
It would be easier to do JetBlue to JFK and then St. Kitts 3 days a week, or you can also do JetBlue to San Juan and then take a flight from San Juan to St. Kitts. American Airlines, we have daily service out of Miami. We have American Airlines out of Charlotte, out of Philadelphia. These are all nonstop.
Great.
JetBlue, we have nonstop service. JetBlue out of JFK, Delta service out of Atlanta on a Saturday, and we also have United Airlines out of New Jersey.
Well, suffice to say, yes,
yes.
You can get there from everywhere almost. Okay,
You can, yes.
Is there a website we can visit?
Yes, you could visit stkitts.com. And it will tell you all you need to know about the destination, things to do, and our specials are also there on the website.
Great. Kelly, thanks for all the information. You might be seeing a lot of people there, and I hope you do. Well, that'll do it for me today. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new program. Thank you to my guests. Thank you to you. But until tomorrow, well, I wish you peace.